Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is your Maker2199 bringing you guys another commentary. Now this one I will be talking about wall bouncing. I never remember doing a video or tutorial on wall bouncing, so I will be covering that on this video. And just so that you guys know, look at this guy with the Lancer and his gay ass shit. Every game that we played against him, he was playing with the squad. He did the exact same thing game after game. We could not play another map. And not just that, but every time that one of our people like pull out the Lancer and stuff like that, they were bitching and teabagging and all of that stuff. So it was really frustrating, but we got the victory, I believe. And here you're gonna see me do the same stuff to him because it's just ridiculous. But anyways, let's get into the wall bouncing because this is a short video. So when you're wall bouncing, what a lot of people forget, let's get into advanced tactics right away. You can actually wall bounce, you can actually move your character into walls and all of that a lot faster than what the animation would show. So you can actually put one wall in the other, as long as it's, you know, within distance and all of that. You'll be able to get each wall and be able to move way ahead of your character's animation. So that's how you see a lot of these people wall bouncing like crazy. I just figured that out recently and I thought I would share it with you guys. So as long as you're pretty well coordinated and you know what you want to do, so let's say that you're gonna wall bounce from one wall to the other, you know, to get to a certain point, you can actually up A and trigger shoot way before the animation will show anything happening. So right here I'm stuck like always. I have no idea why I always get stuck, but I usually do. And here I was actually trying to run to some of my teammates, but you see them pull out their little Lancers and Ashers and took me out. So it really does depend, and I wall bounce like crazy in a few of my live streams. So it really depends what you're trying to do. Most of the time when I wall bounce, I don't use it too often. I do it to move out of the way of bullets. So I shoot, I see that I missed, the other guy's lining up his shot, he's gonna take me out, I'll wall bounce or try to time it at least just enough to get away from the bullet and be able to take him out. So that's another way to wall bounce, and that's usually my preferred way to wall bounce and when to wall bounce, is trying to move away from other people's bullets. There is a third way to wall bounce, and that is your aim. If you suck at aiming, every time you wall bounce and every time you come out of that wall, pull out or whatever, your aim is going to be pointed at the same location every time. So if you suck at aiming, you could do a wall bounce or wall bounce cancel, and your aim will be set at a specific area. As long as you know that area, you'll be able to kill people. That's part of the reason why you see a lot of these people wall bouncing like crazy. It's mostly because they're trying to do that. They suck at aiming and they want to come out and, you know, just have that pre-aimed stuff that they know where it's gonna hit and just take those shots. You know, it's a pretty smart strategy, but for me it's a little cheap, and that's part of the reason that I don't use it often. But for me it's mostly evading bullets, and most people just wall bounce to wall bounce. That's why I call it wall bounce your dick off. I've said that plenty of times, and most people do that. And unfortunately when I was playing I did not see that bot at all. That's why I just walked through him. But now that I'm watching the video I can actually see the bot, so that makes a really big difference. But like I was saying, usually those are the three strategies that I usually find people using when they're wall bouncing, and or how to use a wall bounce better. Now I'm not gonna do a little stupid video of me just bouncing from one side to the other, because you guys know what wall bouncing is, and as long as you guys hit those, you know, points perfectly, you'll be able to wall bounce like a pro. And it's really just continue to up A or side A, whatever, really fast, and your character will follow slowly. Just keep that in mind. If you're waiting all the way till your character hits the wall to hit up A and all of that, you're doing it too slow, and that's part of the reason why you can't wall bounce as fast as others. So keep that in mind. The animation will always follow. and you will be ahead of it. The biggest way for me to explain it is kind of like, I don't know how many of you guys used an old school, computer program where you would be typing in Microsoft Document or Word, whatever it was called back then, and you could type a lot faster than what it would show on the computer, and it kind of had that little lag. Wall balancing has that same little lag. So as long as you push the buttons properly, you will be able to, do the animation will follow it later on. Hopefully that's clear enough. And just go in, try it, see what I'm talking about and all of that. Hopefully you guys do, find it useful. I don't like doing stupid tutorial videos where I'm bouncing like a maniac for such an extended period of time, because I don't know what situation I'm gonna be in game. So whatever I choreograph might not ever be used, and it's difficult to choreograph something when it's not real than when it's actually happening. So I mean, there is a bit of wall bouncing. The fourth way and the most used wall bounce, I would say, is to get around the map. Usually that will be an easier way to get around the map. You do get a little boost every time you continue to press A and you get off a wall. So getting around the map will be the fourth. So there's technically 4 ways that I've used the wall bounce or know how to use it. If you guys have other methods, feel free to share them, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye.